Right, guys, so right now we're going to take a look at behind the scene of Hogwarts Legacy, find out what they're talking about, find out how the world's come to life. So let's get straight into it. That looks great,
The
right?
attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited
Beautiful.
to take all of the love that they put into this as
This guy right here, look how happy he is. You see that smile? This is what you want to see on a game. Obviously, it could be acting as well, but that is a great sign. Just look how passionate. You can hear the passion coming from him.
fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years. The lore of the wizarding world is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want.
I'm not gonna say it. The movie, the book, they've touched me. Right, I'm not. Nope. Do not say anything.
Want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
Wow, that looked great, right?
Experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
So face symbol and front, light tower, shadow pointer tower. So this is the Tundra Gate. So you are able to seem like you got symbol, you got the gem that goes into it, the materials. Interesting. You got like a puzzle that, I guess opens the gate. Nice.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore
Alan True
really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
You know what? Something I want to pick up on is that is the game, I guess, directors, the environment designer. They're just that passion and it just sound like they've done the research, So that passion behind the game makes a great game. And this is something that, I think game developers need to get back into doing. Is I know sometimes you can trial and error and you bring in a new IP into the world. It's a bit risky because it's like, whether they're gonna like it or not. But sometimes you have to almost forget about the graphics. Graphics are always going to be important, but it doesn't make a fun game. It's all about the replayability. It's all about different dialogues. It's all about immersing yourself into the game, and really coming to life and bringing the characters to life, and feel like you are part of that world. So this is actually very interesting.
Just the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
Come here, baby.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of
I love
Hogwarts
this
and
guy,
wonder
man.
what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
Wow, look at that map, right? That's a huge map. Huge map. That's amazing. Detailed, nice dark. Wow. Speechless right now. That looks good, man. But this is the thing, though: is the world going to be alive? This is because you can have world. Anyone can. For a game developer, it might be easy to create a world. But is it going to be alive? That's the thing.
We're creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge. and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know.
So this is basically the house that you can customize. You end up going to like another, let's call it another dimension, and you're able to basically create like a space that's similar to your play style. So how my house will look is going to be like freaking the evil. I want to be able to, I don't know if you can do it, but I want darkness. I want red lights. I want eyes. I want monsters. I want spiders. Basically, sorry to anyone that's arachnophobia, but I just want it to be absolutely evil. And that's just how I play the game. I'm a really good person in real life, so when I get time to play games and immerse myself in there, and I can be evil, I will take it to the extreme and I will do the most evilest things. And as long as the game allows me to do that, that is a great game.
In the Wizarding world that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding world from, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own.
So that sounds interesting. So it seems like they've done the research to, I guess, show homage to, Harry Potter fans and J.K. Rowling fans, and fans of the movie. But then they've said, okay, this is Hogwarts, but this is our game, and we're basically creating a new world with a new timeline. And because they're creating a new timeline, they can do whatever they want. And that's a very smart move, because you've all seen plenty of games out there that have tried to do real life events of, reliving a movie scene. I think only Spider-Man and like Iron Man, Hulk, I think only those kind of games have been able to get it right. But Hogwarts Legacy seem to be, they've taken the risk of, again, it is a risk because some fans can be very upset. They've taken that risk of creating a new world that you can immerse yourself into it, whilst giving a base to the fans that are, fan of the games to be able to immerse themselves. And that is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work right there.
Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the avatar, the player, has the ability to sense
The evil, I can
and
feel it.
possibly wield it or control it.
I will
Our
control
process
it.
of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we'd start with a new feature, we'd dig into that.
Dobby!
And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody
House
has
of
ever seen before.
Slytherin, you
The
know what it's
Hufflepuff
about?
common room.
That's the only
So,
house
as
you
a
should be.
Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look
Gryffindor.
like?
It's close enough to the world that
Gryffindor.
we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway.
Look at that. Just, you can feel the passion, look at the happiness. This is good. I'm telling you now, this is going to be the most fun that anyone's played in a game in a long time.
Recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
Yep, it just confirmed
When
it.
people engage in the Wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing?
See, so it's a new Wizarding world that no one's experienced, and that is risky, but also good for games, because you can basically, people can separate themselves and say, this is a game, and they can just enjoy it.
Thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
We recreate those very important locations. And then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to. And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all that together.
Adding a world that is a
Wow.
breathing, living world is
Wow.
very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do.
Wow.
I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
You know what? That was an absolutely amazing trailer. And I think that well, I guess behind the scenes, I shouldn't really say trailer, but that's covered a lot of things. And the biggest thing for me that gives me confidence is that everyone seemed passionate. You could hear the passion, you can hear the joy. They've done the research, they've really thought about stuff, and you can see that they thought about it because they've pushed it back till February, whether that's a development choice. And again, I've seen a lot of games coming out in February, so I don't know where I'm going to find time, but I will find a way how to play this game. But yeah, absolutely brilliant, and I cannot wait